you're the best in your club, find another club. How are you pushing yourself? How are you stretching yourself? Not just every now and then, every day. Get it into your mentality, get it into your psyche to stretch yourself. Someone stopped, gave the time and took me, drove me all over the country, helped me with funds, helped me with kit. So that's what I do now. I give back. There's so much more to life than just wealth, and there's inner wealth.
Welcome to the brand new Essex Edge podcast, brought to you by Essex Cricket and hosted by myself, Arfan Akram. This will be a podcast where we will share the same love for cricket with multiple guests, having discussions and debates, providing expert analysis and offer unique perspectives. I am absolutely delighted that our guest today is none other than Robert Rollins. Rob played for 69 first-class games for Essex in his career, a wicket-keeper batsman, and no doubt has got so many fantastic insights in his career to share throughout today. So, Robert, thank you so much for joining us. And I am going to call you Rob or Rolly. I'm not calling you Robert, I promise you.
That's good. Yeah, no, my mum calls me that. That's enough.
You're not in trouble today, I promise. No. Rob, let's go right at the beginning. Let's go for your earliest ever memories of getting into cricket. How did that happen?
Come from a family of cricketers. Me, my brothers, my uncles from the Caribbean. That Windrush generation came over and they were heavily involved in cricket. That was their thing. So I had an uncle who played, or three uncles that played, and we sort of fell into it that way, just a love of cricket. From the time I can remember being 2 years old, being at Clay Hall Park, running around, just wanted to be around it. And yeah, just loved the game.
And did you ever feel you were going to be a wicketkeeper? Did you know at a young age, or how did that come across?
I was Malcolm Marshall. I ran in, and from age of 10, I opened the bowling for Essex schools until under 14s.
Oh, wow.
At the end of under 13s, the keeper didn't turn up. Won the games. I said, I'll do it. So well, you open the bowl. So I'll do it in the garden. 3 brothers, 1 bin, 1 batted, 1 bowled, 1 kept wicket. So we just did all 3 disciplines. So I remember we had a bowler called Colin Kinnair, who was the opening bowler for Essex, and he ran in this ball, done it barely reached my ankles. And I walked up to the stumps. And everyone said, what are you doing? Colin bowling. So I went up to the stumps, he chucked it leg side, went down leg side stumping, everyone went mad. And then my career changed after that. I was now a keeper.
No longer Malcolm Marshall, who's gone.
I was actually gutted. Now I'm a keeper. I wouldn't be fast bowler. I want to hit people and bump them, you know.
Brilliant. We're going to go a bit more into wicket keeping, but I might go back to reminiscing. You mentioned obviously your brothers Adrian and Gary.
Yeah.
Competitive as youngsters?
Yeah, it was a challenging garden test match situation where, you know, if you hit it over the fence, you were out. And so I've been a bit of a hoofer. I literally faced 5 or 6 balls, hit it over the fence and out, and the agent would go into bat and he'd bat for days and he wouldn't get out, and it was to stop playing with him because he's just no good, no fun. Come on, mate, let me have a bat. No, my turn, you haven't got me out yet. So he had to stop playing with him. He just, no, it was too boring. Didn't get back.
And did he pick that up? Because obviously he had an unbelievable career with Derbyshire and Northants. Did he pick it up?
He always had that ability to concentrate. He loved batting. Well, I enjoyed batting. Yeah. He loved to bat for days, for hours. Well, I just want to whack it. So we're very different in that respect.
Love that. And then that sort of competitive edge that you got from, that you've obviously transferred into your playing career. Was it a classic example as young kids? You didn't want to give your wicket, and you didn't want to lose. You know, there's that brotherness about.
I was terrible. I was my will to win was actually probably off the scales. Probably wasn't a bit too far. I remember under 11 game, one of the first games my mum came to. She didn't come to many games. My uncle did a lot of the cricket work, and we were playing against a school side called Portway in the final of the District Cup, and Sol Campbell was bowling at me.
Oh wow!
Yeah, Sol Campbell ran in bowled, went through my legs, went to the keeper. I turned around to take the next ball. The umpire said, "You're out," and I got a bit upset. Sorry, mum. And I proceeded to throw my pads, kick him off. My mum said, "Yeah, that's not the way to act, son." And she never came back till I was 16.
Bless.
To watch the game. I embarrassed her too much.
And was it Brampton Manor? I can't remember. Sol Campbell. What school?
It was at Portway.
He's at Portway as well.
Primary school.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk a bit about your sort of reactions to playing on the field a bit later. You went from Portway to school, and you joined a local cricket club. How did that happen? And what's your cricket sort of club cricket journey from a young kid?
So club cricket wise, I say being part of Hayden and Cloud because my brothers were, my uncle was. I loved that was probably the highlight of my whole cricketing experience, playing club cricket, playing with your mates. Sometimes we can lose sight of that and see this bigger picture of playing in front of thousands of people. But playing with your mates as a kid, that's the things you hold on. They're the ones who when it's all over, they're the ones who are going to come and look after you and hold you up and have a laugh with and not blow smoke up your backside.
Yeah.
They're the ones who are going to take the mick out of you and rip you to pieces and make you feel human. So my advice to any youngster is hold on to your club cricket, enjoy your cricket. That's the main thing. So,
and did you do that when you were playing professional, and then you got the odd Saturday off, and you went down to your club and a walk around the boundary? Did that sort of level you?
I rushed back to my club to spend time in the bar, spend time with my brothers and my friends. I headed out of jumped as quick as I could to be around my people, what I call my people, my friends. After I signed all the autographs and stuff and bits and pieces, but that's the bit that keeps you human. That's the bit. That's why I tell people don't club hop. Stay with one club as a youngster because you're going to need that. Yeah, you're going to need that. So I used to rush back there, and I love being in the bar. I love walking around the boundary, with no ego, just watching people having fun on the cricket pitch.
Yeah,
and with no pressures like the pressures we had at the top. Yeah,
yeah, and Clayhall, because it started off. I think when you joined, it was Clayhall Cricket Club.
Clayhall Cricket Club.
Then Hainault Clayhall Cricket Club.
That's it.
And now Frenford.
Yeah.
So how did you originally join Clayhall? What was the story behind you getting picked up by them?
It wasn't the case of being picked up. My uncle played there. My uncle was a legend. He's a legend. He's still here.
Yeah,
still a legend.
Keith to think otherwise.
Keith Hurst. He played in the Gucci era, played against Gucci. Gucci knew him really well. So he played there. So I was always going to play there. I felt I sometimes missed out on playing for the sides like Barking.
Okay.
And those clubs. I was always very much part of Hainault Clayhall, so I missed out on that black community cricket that I always hear about, the Coxburgh Cup and things like that. I missed out on that. I never had the opportunity to do that because I was with Clayhall. But playing at Clayhall Park taught us a lot of lessons about cricket. It was a tough place to play. You can score runs at Clayhall Park back then, you can score runs anywhere. So I stuck there. I left there when I was 15 and went to Ilford for 2 seasons because in those days you had to leave the lower clubs because there was only one Essex League, and I went and played for Ilford for 2 years. And that's when I sort of played against the best cricketers in Essex, all the Essex 2s players, and Aberdeen Jahees, the Nassers and those guys. I played against those guys. And you sort of think, whoa, this is what it is. Yeah. This is how good you need to be.
Yeah.
It's quite an eye-opener.
Yeah, I love that. And those earliest memories, if you like, playing for Hainault and Clayhall Cricket Club, what were your fondest memories? That's that sort of 13, 14. And how did you break into the first team? How old were you?
I didn't.
Oh, wow.
I didn't. We had a keeper called John French. He's going to love this.
We're coming on to Frenchy, don't you worry.
He's going to love this, where I couldn't get in the first team. I played as a fielder sometimes, but he was the first team keeper. I was only 15 at the time, and I couldn't break into the first team. So, he likes to think he was the reason why I left. I had to leave to go and play better cricket. But I played from a young age. I played in the second team, played with some great club legends. But the grounding for me with Clayhall was the help that people gave you.
Yeah.
And we couldn't afford much. And there was a man there, Graham Sandy.
Yep.
Who always made sure we had. When we couldn't go on tours, he said, yes, you can. Amazing. And he provided the funds and helped out.
If I could push you a bit more, we're going to start off with your Uncle Keith first because he's still an absolute inspiration. And you mentioned Graham, and we're obviously going to chat a little bit later about what you're doing now. But how important are people like that to you and others that you come across to help them on their journey? I'm not talking about the professional cricketers, but generally.
Grassroots for me. So I volunteer 10, 15, 20 hours, 15 hours a week at Frenford Cricket Club because someone did it for me. Yeah. And that's the only reason why I do it. People say, well, you should go and do this, you can go and do these things, other bits and pieces. But someone did it for me. Someone stopped, gave the time and took me, drove me all over the country, helped me with funds, helped me with kit. So that's what I do now. I give back because there's so much more to life than just wealth, and there's inner wealth.
Yeah, I love that. And Frenford, what an amazing model. I mean, Irfan Shah played for Hampshire himself. Share a bit more. What is Frenford? What do they do? What do they offer?
I mean, Frenford is my lifeline. It gives me makes me able to breathe every day. The energy you get from the young workers there, the leadership you get from Irfan Shah, the vision. I just want to be a part of it. I love being a part of it. When I'm not doing anything, you find me sitting around, just want to feel that energy. It's inspired me to keep going. So, I mean, we are an independent youth club. We have so many sections: football section, basketball section, dance. We have MMA going on. It's an amazing youth facility. And I think some like 5,000, 6,000 kids go through our doors every year.
Amazing.
Doing different activities. It's just a place to be. It's a safe haven. You go through those gates, whatever your troubles are as a young person, you come through those gates and you're safe.
Right, well, we will tap onto what happened after your career and the work, inspirational work, if I do say what you did. But what's your thoughts on youth clubs in general, and why Frenford is as you said, it's a lifeline.
It's a must. I was a Frenford young member from the time I was 4 or 5, part of the London schools, London Youth Club set up, and it keeps you busy. It keeps you out of trouble, keeps kids off the street, it inspires them to achieve, and there's plenty of role models there. There's plenty of role models for me, so I'm one of the role models for the young people coming through. So youth clubs and this austerity thing that came where they shut down so many youth clubs was just criminal. You have to have a place for young people to go and be safe and experience different activities and go on residentials and go and see the world. It's so vitally important. It's just not enough done now. But at Frenford, we're holding on to that. A few issues around funding. We're struggling, looking for funding, everyone looking for funding and support. But we do so much there. Irfan Shah.
It's incredibly inspiring. I've sort of looked at the model. I follow you on social medias and see the stuff you do. And honestly, Rob, exactly what you said. For those communities who have got a really tough start in life,
yes.
But the truth of the matter is, yes, their starting is tough, but they've got so much potential and opportunities.
Don't let that be a barrier. So it's hard. I'm not going to lie, it's hard for some of the young people, but we make it a little bit easier.
Yeah, beautiful.
Give them a chance.
And it's also fair to say you do quite a lot of work around parents and older members. There's this perception of youth clubs focusing purely on youth, and that's important, but mentoring and guiding.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of my major roles through the coaching I do. It's the mentoring of the parents and guiding the parents and always being accessible to parents. Because it's hard being a parent, especially these youngsters where they're looking to be on the pathway, the pressures of the pathway. And I try and use that to make it enjoyable and tell the parents to chill a bit and enjoy the journey. Yeah, let it take you where it takes you, but enjoy the journey. Don't put no pressures on yourself and your children.
Love that. And we will tap a little bit later on that. But sort of go back to your personal sort of cricketing career. Are you gutted sitting on that sofa now where you could have been a rich banker working for Lloyd's and instead, well, what's the story? What happened?
Well, when I was leaving school at 16, I wasn't academic. That's not me. My brother was an academic. And I got an apprenticeship at Lloyd's Bank. And so I remember Essex called me in. They must have heard of him. I was working for Lloyd's Bank. I had no aspirations of being a pro cricketer.
Oh, amazing.
I just loved cricket and I was very good at it.
Yeah.
And they called me in and said, "What are you doing?" I remember, and I said, "Oh, I'm apprenticeship at Lloyd's Bank." So I played some second team games that summer. And they said, "No, you're not." I said, Yeah, I've got apprenticeship at Lloyd's Bank. I said, No, sign this. I went, "Oh, okay, well, yeah, all right then. I guess I'm not a banker anymore. I wish I was a banker now. I'd probably been 52-year-old banker. I'd be all right. I'd probably be retired by now. But it wasn't on my radar.
Yeah.
It truly wasn't. I mean,
did that help you? Did not having that dream as a sort of 11, 12-year-old thinking I'm going to be a professional cricketer, I want to play for England, the West Indies, actually just happened?
I just loved cricket. I mean, it's a cliche. I just loved cricket. I loved being a fan. I loved the competitiveness. I loved being out there with my brothers. That was the best thing for me, was playing with my brothers. And it was, I mean, probably deep down, I probably wanted it, but it wasn't my be all and end all. It just truly wasn't.
And when you broke in, obviously playing second 11 cricket, who was holding the post? Who was in front of you, and how did you
So
break?
when I signed in 1990, 1990, 91, David East and Mike Garnon were the main keepers, and I was the third keeper. In those days, I think we had about 33 players on the staff.
Wow.
It was an amazing amount of people we had on contracted players. And you look at the picture of all the staff, it was an amazing amount of people. So I was the third keeper and didn't keep a lot, but just being around those players as a young kid, that was tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was tough.
Great learning?
Different learning.
Different learning.
Different learning. I mean, I was such a family person, my brothers and my family. Suddenly you're in hotel rooms and you're away from home.
Growing up, aren't you, effectively?
Growing up, and it sounds bad, but I'm around people who don't look like me.
Yeah.
And that's tough.
Culturally.
Yeah, culturally tough.
Yeah.
Absolutely very, very tough.
And what was the catalyst in regards of you realising you're going to be a cricketer? What was the driver? What was the moment where you went, do you know what? I'm going to give this a go. This is for me.
I think when I did my first pre-season,
Okay.
and I'm running around thinking, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I don't like being second best.
Yeah.
I don't like being third best. And that driving me, it could have been anything in life. I don't like being...
I saw it today. We turned up a few minutes later than you, and you were in the car park looking at me going, all right, later, yeah?
Yeah, I just always wanted... It could be a game with my mum. Could tell stories of that when we used to play like board games.
Yeah.
And if we were losing, the ball would be across the room. I couldn't stand losing. No matter what it was, couldn't be very good at it, but I wanted to be the best at it. And so I was a horrible child when we were playing games and playing sport or playing chess. The ball would be across the room, so I wanted to win. And that was my hunger. So when I got into the realms of first class professional cricket and running around that first pre-season, I knew I had to do more. And I knew I could do it.
And what part of more? Was it fitness, hitting more balls?
Fitness.
Yeah.
Fitness. It was a fitness thing. I thought I was fit until I ran around pre-season and chucking my guts up.
Did you compete with Graham Gooch?
No, not a chance, this planet. See, in those days, there were 6-month contracts.
Yep.
So literally you turn up on April the 1st.
Yeah.
And then the week of running your guts up and chucking your guts up. And that was challenging. So, and I hated training. I trained, but I hated it. I wasn't naturally fit. So in the winter months, I'd put on a lot of weight and then try and burn it off in a month before pre-season. So it was not very healthy. But
so what changed that year? What did you do different, or was it just a mindset thing?
Mindset, absolute mindset. England under 19s, I remember we did, went to the first training camp under 17s and we did our baseline assessments. And then the oblique test, I was so bad.
Oh no.
And I got told that unless I hit a certain level, you ain't going on tour.
Yeah. So
I had a choice to make. And I think from that moment when I got home, that's when I started running the streets. And running the streets because, wow, I didn't realise how bad I was. I thought I was good. I thought I was fit. Ability-wise, yeah, I was there, but fitness-wise.
I want to come back to your career, but I'm going to pause just to around you as a mentor now. What lessons, what stories, what experience have you taken just from that I guess, do you embed that in your...
Yeah, that desire and hunger to be better every day, better than yourselves, but then look around. So I always tell them, look, there's no point being the best in your club. Yeah, if you're the best in your club, find another club. I mean, not talking cricket circles, I'm just talking general circles. How are you pushing yourself? How are you stretching yourself every day? Not just every now and then, every day. Get it into your mentality, get it into your psyche to stretch yourself. Amazing. And if you can do that, you'll progress. So yeah, I talk to them, always talk, they'll tell you, these youngsters, I'm always on them in a nice, gentle way about doing more. And I call it the unseen hours, not the hour you do with me. It's the hours I don't see. That's the important stuff, the unseen hours. So you can come to me for 1 hour a week or come to my academy for 2 hours, but what you're doing when I'm not looking.
It's what Ferguson said about Beckham. Another East London boy. He said it wasn't the work he did during training. It was literally after training's over and he's practicing his free kicks.
Yeah, I mean, we learned that when we, back in the days, we used to do 2 days with West Ham pre-season.
Yes.
So we go down to Chadwell Heath and we thought we were quick and we were fast. And they were doing shuttles and they said, like, put your quickest person out against Rio, and it was a guy called who is it? I don't know who that was now. A young whippersnapper, Jamie Bowler. Is it Jamie
Thompson?
No. It's a bowler, and he got caned. These guys could turn so fast on a sixpence, it was off the scales. But it was at the end of the training when we all finished, and then you see like Lampard go out and do more, and that's me. You know what? They've just done 2 hours training session, and he's going out doing free kicks.
Unbelievable.
And that's when you see that vision. That actually, you know what, it's what you don't see that makes you good.
Did you get a chance to play any football against them? Great first touch. What was your?
I wasn't very good at football. I remember we were doing 2-on-2, and I went in for a tackle with Steve Lomas.
Oh no!
And my shins crunched, and I had tears in my eyes. And I'm not showing it. I'm tough. I was quite known for being quite tough. And he just trotted off like nothing's happened. And I wanted to cry with the pain on my shin. Oh wow! I mean, those occasions when you're with those elite footballers, and you're watching them train, and actually they're allowing you to be part of them.
Amazing.
I remember there was one of their players was kicking off saying, "What are these guys doing there?" And Ian Wright was at West Ham at the time.
My hero.
Told him to, and who else? Another guy just told him to shut up. These guys are pros. Show them respect. And that was like being part of that. I mean, as a West Ham supporter as well.
Yeah.
being part of that was amazing. Yeah.
And was there any decent footballers within the Essex camp that you remember?
They thought they were.
Yeah, of course.
Gucci thought he was.
Wow.
He loved his football. But yeah, we didn't. No one.
I love your honesty. Let's go back to your career, your debut. When did you find out? Talk me through it. What happened?
So
what
I debuted against Pakistan.
Yeah.
And I think I was 17 or 18. This wasn't on my vision of playing, and suddenly I get told I'm playing the toy smash against Pakistan, against Wazam Akram and Mushtaq Ahmed and these like legends. And it was quite nerve-wracking. I didn't have a lot of belief systems in me. I always constantly thought I wasn't good enough and that I shouldn't be there. So walking down those stairs in that game was quite daunting, because I think if I wanted to be a pro and I was driven from a kid to be a pro, I would have handled that situation better and had that belief system and that arrogance. But I didn't have that. So it was quite daunting.
And we'll just pause for a second. We talk a lot offline around role models, heroes, and we talk a lot about being the first, and that the pressure that comes with it.
Yeah.
If you're comfortable, I'd love to just very briefly talk about, you were the first black professional cricketer for Essex County Cricket Club, and
first British born,
British born. Sorry, British born.
Cap player.
Yeah. Yes. And did that dawn upon you then?
Massive.
Yeah.
Massive. I felt I was carrying a community on my shoulders.
Amazing.
And it was hard.
Yeah.
So you were held up as this player for Essex from a community. East London was tough enough. It is from the black community of East London.
And did that put extra pressure to perform? Were you constantly, and I mean not perform just on the field, but your sort of role model personality off the field? Or
I mean, we can go to the back end of my career on this, where the pressure was quite tough. I mean, that back end of my career was tough end of my career. I wasn't enjoying it as much, and I didn't love it.
Yeah,
but I felt I had to do it because I was making my family proud and my community proud.
And because East London, and obviously it's my role, I support East London cricket. It is it is actually a whole county in itself, in a beautiful way of saying it. And I don't think perhaps our people listening are not fully aware, and you might even give a bit of background around how they have waited years to celebrate the success of cricket, and you clearly felt that.
Yeah. I mean, it was massive for me, an honour, absolute honour. But what it carried was, you're looking for who's coming behind you. You're in a change room. It was quite tough.
Yep.
Not going to go into that right now, but it was tough, and you felt you were protecting people. Yeah. From comments you were protecting people. You felt you didn't have a voice, so coming from the back ranks, when you're at the back of see the pictures where you're at the back of the pitch and you work your way to the front row. So suddenly I'm on the front row as a young 23-year-old. I'm on the front row. And then next way is just into the centre.
Yeah.
That's where you go next. And I thought I had a voice.
Yeah.
I thought then I could start speaking out about what I thought was unjust. Yeah. But I was wrong.
And if I could bring that back to you, what you're doing now at Frenford as a mentor, we spoke offline around God has a lovely, or life has a lovely way of teaching you lessons that you might not think you need then, but you look at it now. How do you portray your experiences in empowering and inspiring? I think the younger generation of East London to be prepared already.
I think that's one of my major jobs is give them everything I didn't have. So I boost them up. I make them feel $1 million. I'm their hype man because I never had a hype man. Yeah. My uncle, bless him, was brilliant, but no one ever told me I was good.
Yeah.
So it's sort of that thing where you can't tell people they're good because they make them arrogant. Where you need to tell them they're good. They have to have that belief themselves. So as you get told it enough, you start saying it enough, you start believing it, your chest becomes fuller, your chest becomes higher.
Yeah.
And I come from such a humble background that it wasn't good to say you were good. Yeah, it wasn't good to be that kind of arrogant.
Disrespectful.
Yeah.
It's just stay there.
All the guys I played with, all the best cricket that I played, they had that level of arrogance, that streak, that self-belief that I didn't have because I didn't grow up with it. So I make sure from a young age, I build them up. I have to give them that self-confidence to believe they can be what they want to be, whether they end up, but it's a life skill.
Yeah.
And rather than a cricket skill, it's a life skill. So I build them up to make them feel good. I get them talking, using positive language about themselves, changing language, and just make a difference in their life.
You talk a lot to me around, I'm really, if the next England cricketer from East London doesn't come from my academy, I'm not bothered.
Yeah.
But what I'm really interested is the rounded human being who is not just self-aware, but actually fully aware of the surroundings. And that seems to be the philosophy.
My thing's about creating good humans first. Yeah. The cricketing comes secondary to that. Because I believe those with the ability, the talent, will end up where they're going to end up. But there's so much more life outside of cricket.
Yeah.
There's so much life at a cricket club than playing professional cricket. So I think my main goal is I try and make sure that at post 16 they're still playing.
Brilliant.
If they're playing any form of cricket post 16, I've done my job. Because a lot of these kids who have aspirations to be pros at 15, 16 and not where they think they want to be and they just stop playing.
Yeah.
I want to make sure they have a love for the game, a love for themselves, a love for their club, whether it's Frenford or Wanted or wherever it may be, Aztecs or what's coming through now, Redbridge. Have a love for your club and become a club man, become a club legend.
Love that.
By giving input and giving your time.
Retention, sort of 15, 16, it is such a huge drop off.
Yeah, massive.
And I love that you've seen that. You've seen that sort of trend and you're reminding them why they played the game. Go back to your own journey. That's
what happened to me. When I retired, I was 25 when I retired. I fell out of love with the game. And it wasn't until my son started playing and my uncle kept saying, look, I need a manager. I said, Uncle, I'm not interested. Just come and stand there, Rob. Your son's playing, just come and stand there. I need a manager. So I went over to Furlough Waters, freezing Furlough Waters on a Wednesday evening. And I stood there and I watched these young kids play cricket and I thought, that's why.
Lenny Knox and Trevor Hebdens.
Yeah,
Cliff Greenhills.
Yeah, that's why I played the game.
Yeah.
Not because I wanted to play in front of thousands, because I loved the game. And watching these kids run around, I loved it. From that moment, I was back involved. So I remembered what it was about.
So powerful. I'm going to take you back to that Pakistan game.
Yeah, good.
You found out. How did you find out? Because obviously nowadays there's teams on WhatsApps and whatever.
Yeah, well, I don't even know.
Oh wow!
I got quite a sketchy memory of my playing days.
Okay.
And I don't really remember. I just remember I got told I was playing. I don't.
Do you remember anything to do with even Graham Gooch? Because he had a structure in how he liked his lineups and walked down the stairs.
Yeah, I mean, one of my first games I remember, a championship game where I was playing and like Gooch, you said, right, you come out behind me like a football, like the captain and the keeper.
Okay.
So you come out. So I'm coming down the stairs behind him, and we've gone out to the middle of the pitch, and he said to me, like, set me up. Like, I'm the young kid, first new kid on the block, and he wants me to set my slips up. I went, okay. And I looked at my first slip, it was Graham Gooch. I looked at my second slip, it was Mark Wall. I looked at my third slip, it was Nasser. And I just looked cross, and I just started giggling to myself. I think, where have I come?
Yeah.
Suddenly I'm playing cricket with these guys I watched on telly for years, and they're asking me to line them up. And that moment, I think that's one of my biggest teaching moments. And in that same game, remember Graham Gooch came running over to me and said, what do I think?
Wow.
And I'm looking around like thinking, hang on a minute.
I have a voice here. Oh, I've got some stuff to give.
And I said, well, I think we should do this and do that. And he went, and he ran off. And I thought, he's got NASA, he's got
Mark Waugh.
And he starts in the youngest kid. What do you think? And that's carried me through life.
Wow. What was Graham like?
He was dry humour.
Okay.
Work ethic that you would never see. And he expected everyone to have the same work ethic as him. It was really hard to maintain these standards. He was an absolute workhorse. So I remember the days we're playing with him and he'd get 100. And it was so hard back to number 7 or 8. Like he'd walk off with 100 and the incoming batsman's Robert Rollins. It's about destroying moments in your career. Having to bat, I very rarely batted with him.
Okay.
And he was always coming off with 100 and something, and I'm walking out past him. The crowd standing ovation. The incoming batsman's Robert Rollins. Oh God, here we go. He's just entertained the whole world, and there's me rocking it after him. But I mean, playing with him and watching his work ethic. So he'll go and score 100, and after the game, he'll go and do some shuttles. And he'd say, "Right, you come in." And you'd have the heart to say no. I was knackered from keeping, and he's going to go and do some shuttles after the close of play, and you go and join him, and you do the shuttles.
Unbelievable.
And you learn. That's what it takes to be successful.
And is it fair to say the likes of, let's say, NASA and others, that helped them as well? They saw what it took to be.
It started with Gucci, and then it took over with NASA, and it's like the England team as well. Yeah. That mentality, that work ethic, changed it to be very, very professional. Yes, NASA should change across from me. He was a tough character.
Yeah, I was going to ask, because he was a leader in himself. I think he's probably a
cricket brain was off the scale. Cricket brain was off the scale, and I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot from him, Gucci, Fletch, Paul Pritchard. Those captains I had, were truly amazing captains.
And when you say learn a lot, as a sort of open question for you, you born a captain? Do you learn it? Do you inherit knowledge?
I think you can be born a leader.
Okay.
Captaincy is a hard graft. There's a lot more that people don't see behind the scenes. I would have loved to have been captain.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have been captain.
I was going to come on to that. And is that because best view of the house, you saw what was happening, you were a really good judge of character?
Saw the batters, the bowlers, the best batters in the world. You're right behind them. You learn so much. And I think when Ronnie got the vice captaincy, NASA wanted me.
Okay.
But for whatever reason, I wasn't chosen. But had that from NASA telling me that he wanted me as his vice captain because I got the next best cricket brain in the club.
Brilliant.
That's something I held on to. Yeah. Those sort of moments where you get told that, it's like, yeah, great.
And yourself, let's talk of wicket keeping. How would you describe your wicket keeping if you were to
athletic?
Yeah,
athletic, and I had fun doing it. I go back to NASA again. NASA just says I was an athlete that was really good at cricket. And my athleticism got me through a lot of games. Yeah. And the diving ability is the desire to make sure that ball didn't go past me. And just being loud.
Yeah.
Loud.
And was it Gucci who set off, said, Rob, your job is to keep us going? Was that the mantra, or was it a bit more?
I mean, I've got told in no uncertain terms that I was the only one that was paid to field.
Nice.
You're the only paid fielder out there. So your job is to go from ball 1 to ball 120.
Keep everyone going.
Yeah, and you, no matter what's going on in the game, no matter how I'm feeling, my job is to keep everybody going. And when you come off that pitch, you are knackered.
Bed, recovery, go again next morning.
Yeah, recovery, yeah. I mean, those early days when you're playing 4-day cricket and you spend a day in the field and you've got to go home and come out and do it again, that's a learning curve. That's a test of character.
Did you play during the time where you played 3 days? Then no, so you were flat 4 days out.
4 days, yeah.
That's all right. At least you got them out the way.
Yeah, so it was 3 days in the Sunday league and then I finished on the Monday. Brilliant. So it was a lot of travel because you could be playing a 4-day game at Chelmsford and your 1-day game could be away somewhere.
Yeah.
So after the game, you offer your car. We drove ourselves back in those days. You offer your car, you play the game, and the next day you come back to finish off the the 4-day game if you went to 4 days. It's murder schedule.
Essex had, and definitely want to keep with the wicket keeping sort of theme as well. Essex had a relatively successful period, not just producing cricketers, homegrown cricketers is our sort of backbone, but some memorable moments. What were the ones for you that stood out in your playing careers for Essex? Which ones would you say that was special?
I think it sounds weird, but losing the 96 final.
Oh wow, okay, I wasn't expecting you to say that.
Yeah,
Tell me more.
because as a team, we had a good 1-day side back then, and then it was my first ever final. I shelled out so much money for tickets for my family.
Lords, walking down the stairs, long room.
That was my first ever game at Lords.
Oh wow.
I never played at Lords apart from that was the final in front of 25,000 people, and you're walking down there, and the noise. So people say you either freeze or you go, come on. And I came down the steps behind. It was captain. Gucci or Pritchard? Pritch was captain.
Yeah, Pritch. Yeah.
Yeah, Pritch was captain. And the crowd roars, and I went, yes, please. This is why.
This is what I was born for.
Yeah, yeah. And that month, you know what? Because when you're playing county cricket, you might get 5,000, 6,000. But to walk out of Lords in front of a full house, that moment, I said, I want more of this. And then we got hammered. I mean, we were all out for 57.
Yeah, tough one. Yeah, I remember watching
we
it.
All out for 57. But that desire and character as a team, so you know what, boys, let's go again. And to get to the 97 final and win it,
yeah,
I think those are the moments you remember. It's not almost the victories, it's those adversities that you say, can you pick yourself up and dust yourself off?
And 97 wasn't a dissimilar track. It was a green track. I remember seeing it on the box, and it was lively.
Yeah, it did.
What changed? What changed from 96? What lessons did you take?
We had to shoot low in the final.
That helps.
Yeah, because in the 96, he played against Surrey in the semi-final, had a really good knock, and he had to jump the plane that evening and fly off to somewhere.
Yeah.
And they say he wasn't back for the final in 96. In 97, he was. And he took him and Paul Pritchard. I remember sitting on the balcony thinking, oh my God. These two took Alan Donald to pieces.
What a
I
ball.
was sitting on the balcony with 2 broken fingers thinking, I see so much pain. I remember that's a game. So it's like moments in cricket where in the 97 pre-season, I broke my finger, battered it. It was really bad.
Yeah.
And I was told I can have a season out. Operation season out, but I went to the specialist with Keith Fletcher, and Keith Fletcher went to the specialist. Can he still play?
Fletcher's type of question.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there, they're talking around me, thinking, my finger is like, it's bent now.
Yeah,
but it's like, it's all bent now. But it was over there,
or even worse.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And I just thought, he said, "Do you want to give it a go?" I went, "Young kid, what can you say?"
Yeah.
So let the swelling go down a bit. Put a cask on it, a splint they put on it, and I played the season with a busted finger.
Unbelievable.
And having Mark Eilert left arm over, swinging it down leg side. So every time I'm going leg side,
going with the bad hand,
it's just knowing. So I had a signal to the physio, and when I did this, it meant I needed a painkiller, and he'd run on and give me a painkiller. So we got to the 97 final at Lords, and in the 13th over, a very important over, it was like quite a tense part of the game, quiet. Not a sound in the crowd.
Lords does that sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like numb.
Not a sound.
Yeah.
And Stuart's coming in and I'm standing up on the green wicket. And mate of mine, Gary Pettit.
Yeah, Gaz.
He
Yeah.
shouted, "Rollins, get the busy!" And I was just...
That's Gary.
Yeah. And I just started giggling as Stuart's ran in, and it went up slow, and I broke this finger.
So you added to the collection?
Yeah, so I broke, and I've done the signal. I knew it was broken, done the signal. Physio's come running out. Goes, "Have you hurt your finger?" I said, "No, I broke my finger." Goes, "Did you ever look at it?" I said, No. If you take this glove off, you're not getting it back on. So he gave me a painkiller, and I'm standing there thinking, right.
Can't go left, can't go right.
And there's those days of 60 overs as well.
Oh my God,
60
yes, it
overs.
was, 100.
And I'm thinking, right, Rollins, it's going to be a long afternoon. It's going to be a long afternoon. So we came off at lunch, and they take my glove off to have a look at my finger, and my hand's just rattling and shaking. And I said, "You better put that back on now, because you ain't going to get it back on." So they're pulling it back on, and my hand's shaking as they're putting my glove on, and I'm sitting there. at lunchtime with my gloves on. My lunch, I couldn't eat my lunch. I'm just sitting there waiting for the bell to go and ding, ding, and off you go again. You just get on with it.
Was that winning moment or winning trophy? Was it worth it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was. I mean, that moment when in those days where you're running off the pitch because the crowd's running in.
Yeah.
Those moments.
Did you get a stump?
Yeah, I got a stump from 90. I couldn't find it. I was going to bring it today.
Oh.
I couldn't find it. I got a stump from the 98 Beach and Hedges final.
Yeah.
The rain affected one.
That's the one.
Yeah. So got. I mean, look, I've short career, but played 96 final, 97, and 98 finals.
Unbelievable. Three Lords occasions.
Those memories are. Amazing.
And I'll sort of dabber on overseas. You jumped on Stuart Law. You actually played. I was just doing some. Well, we had a chat pre starting this session. You played with some unbelievable.
And I sometimes forget who I've actually played with.
Yeah.
And when I go back to playing with Mark Waugh, I mean, how good was Mark Waugh? And it's one because I played with Stuart Law. Stuart Law is probably the best player I've played with. He's an absolutely amazing character, amazing batter. Yeah. But then I remember I played with Mark Waugh.
Go on, tell us about Mark Waugh. What was he like as a person?
I didn't hang with him much.
Okay.
Because he had his own like Paul Pritchard and him were buddies and mates.
Yeah.
I didn't hang with him much, to be fair.
And on the field, did he give?
Oh God, just it wasn't fair. People like that aren't fair. I mean, he makes the game look so easy.
Yeah.
And you've got to work your guts off to be anywhere close to him. He just made it so easy. So yeah, I played with him, Mark Waugh, Salim Malik, who's an amazing cricketer.
He did well for Essex.
Yeah, very well. Yeah. I didn't play a lot with him, but I was around him a lot. Played a game at Sussex where he got 100 from just because he wanted to. He's that kind of player. When I was going to get 100, I was going to go get 100. And just go and just do it.
Yeah.
Just different levels. And I played with Michael Kasperovich. And then Stuart.
Did he hit your gloves hard? I always heard everyone said he was the type of bowler when it hit the surface, it carried on coming at speed.
He was difficult because he had a short run up and no follow through. Literally had a 2-step follow through after he bowled it. Wasn't so picking him up and picking up his action took a while. Yeah. But I've actually played against him in 17 in 91 for England under 19s against Australia under 19s. So in his case, he's bumping the life out of him.
Made another friend for life then?
I upset a lot of bowlers. And the umpire had to warn him because he's bowling too many bounces at him. But I think those are the sort of moments, we talked about before, we talked about moments when you thought, you know what, I'm good at this. Yeah. When at 17, I was picked for England under 19s. Yeah. And you're playing against Blewett, Gilchrist. Wow. And a few others who went on to play for Australia, and you think, Damien Martin. You're thinking about these guys. So when you're in that environment, you've got to start. I started believing in myself. That I'm with these guys. I'm only 17. I'm 2 years down, and I'm England under 19 keeper. So then my job then was to make sure I held on to those gloves.
Absolutely.
For under 18s, under 19s, and had 2 tours with them and stuff. So I think those moments, you think you're mixing it with the John Crawleys and these people who've gone to have international careers, and Michael Vaughan as well. Yep. You think, hang on a minute. I must be quite good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I must be quite good.
I know you talked a lot about self-confidence and coming from not an environment, if you like, where it was natural, it was humble. Yeah. Were those teenage experiences just another step towards you finding self-confidence, self-belief and saying, actually, no, I'm deserving. I belong in this space.
Difficult. Yeah, because every time you put your head up, it gets cut back a bit. Yeah, you almost get to mind that you know your place sort of thing. Yeah. Very subtle, but every time you put your head up, just know your place a bit. One, you didn't go to the right schools. Yeah. Not the right ethnic background, and not from the right area. So every now you put your head up and so having that strength to keep sticking your chest forward. Difficult.
And on that, with the work you're doing with Frenford around state schools and kids from free school meals and really deprived backgrounds, is that unconsciously just sit in the back of your head? Is it always just there to say, no, this is, I've got this kid, boy or girl, regardless, I got a responsibility here.
Yeah, I mean, I always have office to go and do other things. Yeah. But I'm not budging because I see that little kid being me. Yeah. And I remember how hard it was turning up without the right kit, turning up without the right shirt, and not having been able to afford stuff. I mean, the area Ilford's changed from when I was a kid. It's now, of
course,
more affluent than it was when I was a kid. But there's still those pockets of communities that that need support.
Yeah.
And I don't want any kid turning up not having the right shirt, not having the right bat. It's cost me over the years.
I can believe, but the reward, I guess, the emotional reward outweighs.
Yeah, and I'm lucky because go back to touch my academy briefly. I've got really good donors.
Yeah.
Who reach out to me and offer me money to bring kids on to my academy who couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
And so I'm very thankful for those people who do that.
And actually, let's push on a little bit more onto that because I'm really keen to make sure that message gets across, because you're right, you have had amazing offers, which we won't mention on here, but your driver has never been that. It's actually now looking and reflecting back on life and going...
Footsteps. You know, you need to leave footsteps for other people to walk in. Yeah, so walk in your path. Look, we're not in this place for a long time, so do something that's rewarding. Do something that people remember. So I think for me, it's those little things. You don't do it for glory, but those little moments where you go into Frenford, you go into the sports hall, you see my picture by the side of the sports hall. I've got Ravi Bopara on one side and me and my brother on the other side. Those moments. I mean, when Irfan Shah said, come look. I said, what have I done? Come look. Take me to the sports hall. And then my shirt and my pictures on the wall outside the sports hall.
Powerful.
And I started crying.
Yeah.
Because to be recognised like that, it's just that makes more
money can't buy.
NatWest trophy or medals. I've actually lost my medals. That's worth more to me. Yeah. That legacy at a community level means more to me than anything else.
Did you feel you were passing on the baton to Ravi Bopara?
Yeah.
How good was he when you first saw him?
So when I retired in 1999, 2000, I was captain of Hainault Clell.
That's right.
Went back and captain Hainault Clell. And there's this little tubby kid, 14-year-old. And I said, wait, he's not bad, this kid. And I said, I'm going to play him in the first team. We were playing Prem at the time. I told you can't play him, he's too young.
14, wasn't he?
14. So he's too young. I said, this kid can play. Just stepped out of first class. I said, this kid can play, he's going to be decent. Oh, you can't play him too young. And I played him first game against Billericay. So they had Danny Law, could bowl decent pace. Yep. And I think, I hope I call this right. As little Ravi Bopara's gone out to bat, little tubby kid, and Danny Law's running in at him. And he punched him with the back foot through the covers. And didn't get many. As he came off, I walked out into the pitch, I put my arm around him. I said, how was that? He goes, no, it was easy. And I went, geez, this kid's going to be all right.
That's Ravi, right?
Yeah. And I walked out and I put my arm around him as he's walking off. I remember it well. I said, how was that? Yeah, it's easy. 14.
He's only a couple of years later. He played against Pakistan. So like sort of live circle going around. And him, Cookie played as well, from memory. And they had Mohammed Sami, Shoaib Akhtar.
I remember at Chelmsford, I went to watch and I saw Sammy running at him. He bowled quick.
He got Andy Flower, didn't he?
Yeah, and Ravi whipped him in front of his eyes. And I went home after that shot. I went, yeah.
He's in his place.
Yeah, he's going to be all right.
This is all right, this kid.
He went, whipped him off his eyes. And I went, yeah.
You kept in touch with Ravi, not like a badger in a sense of trying to harass him, but he always felt you were there as a sounding board if you ever just wanted to have a quiet chat. And obviously not going to go into any personal conversations, but what a player for Essex to start off with.
And what a person for my club as well.
Yeah.
Because he's someplace there, he's someplace for us, and they're under 15s now. But whenever Ravi's available, he's there helping out.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, he's there helping out.
Yeah.
If I need him to do a masterclass, yep. And he phones me, says, right, what can we do? I need to do something. So I've started a fielding program because I think that's what's lacking in our community.
Yeah.
Strength and conditioning movement.
Yep. And
it was his idea.
Oh, wow.
To start it. So I started it with him and he's disappeared. Now he's somewhere having the world playing.
Yeah.
He did the first session. He's so keen and we've identified that movement of physicality and fielding is what's letting our community down.
And I asked that question deliberately around passing on the baton because he feels as if I'm lucky. He's similar to myself. He's forever asking questions. What's going on? How can I help?
Yeah.
How powerful is that for you, your own club?
So I'm a badger. I'm a cricket badger. And whenever he's back, I ask him, what did you learn? Who did you work with?
Yeah.
I mean, now he's head coach, but before when he was playing, I always ask, who's a coach? What's new in the game? I have to stay up to date. I can't go in my day. We did this. I have to stay up to date. It's so important for me to stay up to date, stay current.
Yeah.
And that's why I might say, what are we doing? Who are we doing that? I'm in touch with Stuart Law as well. What's new? What's happening? What's happening in the world? I want to know. I've always been that inquisitive minded about cricket. So remember as a kid, when I watched test matches, I watched what the captains did.
Yeah.
I listened to I was always, why did you move from there? Why has he gone to there? I was so looking beyond just watching the batter and the bowler. I wanted to know. You know, I'm quite mathematically minded. So that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. Okay, then that goes there, what goes there?
Angles, everything has a rational, logical thinking behind it.
Yeah, and learn from Fletch when someone walks into the bat, he said, right, he's going to play there. Wow. Just look at the grip. And he told me to look at the grip. Just look at the grip, look at the setup. You know where they're going to play, where their strengths and weaknesses are by the way they grip the bat. And then years of watching that, I could work out, right, okay, as soon as someone comes out, I can move the field. Just on how they hold the bat.
And I'll keep going back to you as a young cricketer. You as a mentor coach now, that information that you have picked up, how much better do you think that would have made you?
I wish someone had told me. Yeah, I wish someone had told me that.
Yeah.
Wish someone had shared that with me. So I share as much as I can because I didn't have anyone at my club who could share that with me. So when Nasser was at our club as a youngster and he moved to Ilford, but there was no one who had played that level. My uncles were brilliant, but no one that played that level who could share that experience of being in that environment, of playing in front of huge crowds or touring and being on tours. So I share that information all the time and tell them how to conduct themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's sort of in a lovely way, taking all those knowledge and experience. You in the last 3 years or so, you joined Essex Cricket's pathway as a mentor. So what does that? What's that role? What's that responsibility? And why did you do it as well? I suppose it's an important question.
It's going quite deep now. I had a lot of experiences to share.
Yeah.
I got involved with the trials. And I remember being as a young kid going to trials.
Scary, right?
Scary, and walking into that environment.
Not knowing what you're being judged on, what skill set.
More than that, I think no one looked like me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I keep going back to that. People say it shouldn't matter, but it matters. Yeah, walking into an environment, no one looked like me. So when I got called back in to start helping out, and I remember one of the first trials I did, and this young black kid came in and looked at me and smiled. And I thought, that's why I'm
brilliant.
I mean, I support everybody.
Of course.
But in that moment, he looked at me and he smiled. And I thought, yeah.
And it sort of brings me on to sort of Devon Malcolm. We were at the 150th anniversary last night at City Hall. And Devon, who is working for the ECB as the Black Community's cricket development manager and trying to obviously help him getting more black kids playing. And I wasn't fortunate enough to listen to your conversation with Devon. But how important is it to have that type of role model and people supporting and having initiatives and programs? And you said it. I said it earlier. And you can't be what you can't see. So having yourself on the pathway.
I mean, if you can see it, you can achieve it.
Yeah.
It really helps you having someone there. And Devon's doing a great job. He's got a hard job, especially in East London. People have been asking me to run projects around black engagement, but they don't want to play cricket.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing is re-recruitment. So years of neglect.
Now we talk about all the heroes, my heroes, even the more recent ones, but the kids don't know them. Yeah, they have no connection to them. They don't even have much connection to the Caribbean.
Yeah.
So that's where we see a lot of our players, the black players from the Caribbean. They don't have a lot of connection with the Caribbean. I've been there. Last time I went there, I was 27, so 25 years ago. Last time I went to Barbados. So that connection isn't quite there. So look, my thing is a lot of kids doing something.
Yeah.
So if you look at Frenford, in our cricket section, there's not one black origin kid.
Okay.
There's not one. But you look at the basketball section.
Huge.
Look at the football section.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're full.
Yeah.
So because it's a shorter game.
Yeah.
It's a cheaper game in cricket. And so the challenge is how do we convince those kids to come and try what we do?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a secret.
And is that the subtle mentorship? Is that the subtle bit of not forcing it in their face, but saying, "Hey, there's a game of cricket.
Yeah.
Why don't you give it a go?"
Yeah, I mean, it's about being subtle. I think when you put it in people's faces, then it kept, I don't you tell me to do it, I ain't going to do it. You've shown me, I've looked over the fence, like I've been that young kid at going past Valentine's Park.
Yeah.
And just peering through the fence and watching and hearing the crowds, not affording to be able to go in to watch. But I was that kid who was peering through the fence. What's that? What's that crowd? Who's that? That's inquisitive minds we need. People say, what's going on there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I do my cricket sessions at Frenford, we normally follow in the basketballers.
Okay.
So they do want to let me have a bat, let me have a bowl.
Love that.
And they come and have a bat and they might bowl a couple of balls, talk about when they were young, they played for the school and stuff. They're the ones I need to try and have a project to engage those.
Amazing.
So we spoke to Devon yesterday about running a triangular tournament.
Brilliant.
So at Frenford, because we've got the facilities for football, basketball and cricket and around robin. So the same team's got to do six-a-side cricket, blah, 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 blah. So get them engaged that way. So hopefully we put something together and do that sort of engagement.
So powerful. And obviously super excited and see how that comes along. Who was your cricketing hero when you grew up?
I was always Malcolm Marshall. I just wanted to bowl quick like him. And big visions, of course, but I think as a young bowler, I wanted to be Malcolm Marshall. He just had everything, like just fluid, just smooth, bowled fast.
Yeah.
And that's who I wanted to be. Yeah.
Amazing. And in club cricket, when you were playing club cricket, did you have anyone you look up to? Was there anyone?
My uncle.
Yeah.
I followed my uncle everywhere. He could bowl fast, he could bat, smash it miles. He was the one I just wanted to be like my uncle. Bowl fast and whack it.
So not John French. You don't.
Don't. I've got Frenchy. Yeah, definitely you, Frenchy. Definitely you.
For those people that don't know Frenchy, go on, describe him in a PC way.
Hard to describe. I balled in from a young age, wicketkeeper, iron hands who stood up to everyone. Yeah, great character of the game. Sadly lost to our club. He's at Upminster now.
Yeah.
Because that's a culture he feels part of, and I get that. Because we don't have a drinking culture at our club at all. But as a club legend, he's the man. When does this go out?
Not sure yet.
Okay, because it won't be this week, will it?
Nah.
Oh, well, because Frenchie, I'll see you Friday. You don't know, we're having a secret surprise.
Oh, amazing.
60th birthday get together.
60th,
yeah.
God, I played against Frenchie.
Yeah, so it's a surprise. So I'll see you Friday.
I saw him on the train once, and it was
a character.
He had sunglasses on.
Yeah,
underground. Shorts on.
Shorts on, sunglasses, bald head.
Yeah.
Yeah, put a right said Fred character.
Yeah.
But one of the nicest bloke.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
You know, look, if you don't know him, you think he's quite threatening. Yeah. Stereotypical, bald head, fella. But he's got an amazing character.
And the reason for mentioning him is Frenford or Hainault or Clay before that, your multiculturalism, your diversity is by far one of the most powerful example of... my experience of playing against you guys was obviously black players, Frenchy, white, but you had Muslims, you had Pakistanis, Indians, Egyptian, Moroccan. I can't remember. What's Moroccan. You know, and it was just massive.
Oh, he was a good cricketer.
He's too intelligent. That was his problem.
Yeah. And his brother.
Oh, what a MMA into kickboxing. Yeah. What a talent. And that must have a part of your sort of upbringing and being in that space must have been amazing.
Having a diverse section of friends, and they are my friends. Slightly older than some of them.
Yeah,
but,
of course.
I didn't realise how much of a role model I was.
Yeah.
Fan Shah will tell you about that. They were just my mates.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just the diversity of food.
Yeah.
The family connections. I knew all their families.
To rock around each other's houses, wasn't it? Eat and auntie will cook or whatever.
I'm working with Yazin.
Yep.
So I do a lot of work with his niece, Fatima.
Okay.
Or one-to-one work and just mentoring stuff.
Very talented.
And I give up a lot of my time for them because I remember being a young kid with 3 brothers and we used to be hungry.
Yeah.
And we'd go around to their house, my mum's house, and she'd just feed us. Yeah. No questions, no qualms, just feed us.
Yeah.
When we were hungry. And those people, you don't forget that. Yeah, you can never forget that. Always hold on to that.
During COVID, I think Essex fans may remember this. It was Idris who contacted Essex Cricket and said, there's a restaurant in Walthamstow, they've got license to open up the kitchen to feed NHS staff and those who can't afford.
That's right, yeah.
And it blew me away that this guy, during a time where he was getting affected personally, financially, business-wise, he was just saying, no, we got an operation.
Yeah, I had the same. So at Frenford, during COVID, we opened a food bank.
That's right. Yeah, Frenford, one of the first.
And being self-employed,
yeah, of course.
I struggled through COVID.
Yeah.
And Earth and Shark and emotional went, come. So what Earth, come?
Yeah.
He took me down to the food bank and started filling up a box. He said, I know you're struggling.
Yeah.
I get emotional now.
What a legend.
And I went, I got kids and stuff, you know? And he started filling up the food bank stuff. So here, take this. I started crying. I'm going to get emotional now. Just that observation from people around you, just know. You know, just say that. Because I'm there doing deliveries for food bank and stuff and helping out. He said, come. I said, what? And he started going, I know you're struggling.
Proper community cricket club.
Yeah.
Proper
Said,
people.
I know you're struggling. And he started filling up the bag with food. So there you go. And I just started crying. I'm getting emotional now thinking about it. Just that the intuition to know.
Yeah.
Because I know you're struggling. Because you're not working. There's no work.
So powerful.
And I'm in there helping the food bank. And I've got no work.
And it's fascinating, if I could say, when things got better, they were the first to sit with you and say, Rob, we got this vision.
Yeah.
We want to get more cricket. We see the power cricket plays. I know they've also sort of support you, but what does a typical winter and summer week at Frenford for you look like? Because I see your Instagram at stupid o'clock in the morning.
Oh, geez.
Running sessions.
Yeah, so I start at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So I call them early bird sessions before school. So if a kid wants to get up, I'm getting up.
Love that.
Yeah, it's got to be driven by the kid, not the parent. If the kid wants to get up, I'll get up and I'll give you the session. So I'll do it early bird from 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock. Yeah, it's a
Hour session, right?
Yeah, it is. Because I mean, a lot of the time I'm not finishing until 10, 11 o'clock the night before.
Yeah.
So, but I'm an insomniac anyway, so I don't sleep much. But if a kid wants to get up, I'm going to get up. So tomorrow morning I'm in at 6:15 working with a keeper.
Amazing.
And that's all driven by the keeper.
Amazing.
Yeah, so at 6:15 I start at 6:15 tomorrow morning, and yeah, I love it.
And then we go summer. What is your week typical week in the summer at Frenford? What does it look like?
Coaching, supporting, running games, driving minibuses, putting on little short tours, or I do a lot of work for Essex Boys and Girls Clubs.
Yep.
So we take youth club kids on cricket trips to Eton, to all the posh schools.
Yeah.
And give you sort of an eye opener of what life is like on the other side. That's how I started when I played for London Federation of Boys Clubs. Back when we were young teens, a guy called Martin Solder, who now heads up the Essex Boys and Girls Clubs, took us all over the country, playing in those posh schools. And it culminated in a game against Surrey under 16s at the Oval. So those moments, I say, where someone did it for me, volunteer my time. People say, what are you doing? Yeah, well, I'm going to go, I'm going to drive a minibus today. Yeah, but you're not getting paid. No. Someone did it for me. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm doing it. So load up the minibus and go over to Kimbolton School, whatever, drop them back at Frenford, and I'll go back to Chelmsford to unload the minibus and, or do residential. So I've probably got a couple of residentials where I take some of the young girls away on a residential.
Amazing.
I love it.
Sneak in a couple of hours of coaching and then go all over again.
Honestly, but if I stop, I can't stop. My mental health won't allow me to stop. Yeah. So I'm much more at peace with the world if I'm doing stuff.
Love that.
Yeah,
You've always said that. You've always said that you're a purpose person. The moment you lose purpose, actually, the driver's gone, and actually you start sort of, questioning things. Yeah. In a negative way. Yeah. No. So I just keep going, and I love it. Get tired sometimes. Yeah. But there's rewards out there for it. Unseen rewards. That pleasure of seeing that young kid score 20. Yeah. Or get the highest score. And the journey they've been on to get there.
Yeah, and that's the bit. And I just sit back and I smile. So you've probably people who see me at games and I'm leading teams in the summer, and I will just sit there and just score, or sit there and say nothing. And people say, "What? No, it's them. It's about them. I've done all my prep work, and I don't care. It's not about the winning for me. It's what they learn." Yeah. And people think I'm mad. What do they learn? No one's going to remember this game in 2 years' time, but they might remember what you learned. Yeah.
What you're taking from that.
Yeah, what you're taking from that. So after the game, we'll debrief it and say, what will you do differently next time? How can we improve? But during the game, I believe in, as a coach, keep your mouth shut. Yeah. at the break, give a bit of input, but let them learn, let them make their mistakes.
And am I right in saying your principal theory is ask questions, which enables them to find the solution rather than tell.
No, ask questions and get them to ask you questions back. Don't direct what they're learning. And actually, you know what? I might learn something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember there was a game we played against Old Parks in a semi-final, quarter-final a few years ago. And I'm walking around the boundary with my coach, David Pike. And he's saying, "This field ain't right, they ain't right. They should be doing this." After.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going, yeah, you know, maybe. And then suddenly, whatever the captain is, it worked. We both looked at each other and went, we got that wrong, didn't we? Yeah. We were both learning something. You think you know, but you don't know.
Love that. Rob, we're going to do a couple of final bits.
Yep.
This is a bit that I set you up for.
Oh, good.
We're about to get the whiteboard.
Oh, get it
It's
out.
on its way.
I've got to start using my brain power now.
So all of our guests are going to be tasked with the best 11. You're allowed one overseas because it's reflective of the time you played. I'm actually going to pass it on to you.
No, you write exactly.
Oh, right. Okay, perfect. Best, yeah, I'll make that mistake. Best 11 that you have either played with or against.
Played with. Should I do with?
Go on then. Go on then. But it has to be best playing 11. You can't go for 7 keepers.
Players.
Four sort of batters. You know, it's got to be a balance in your team.
Oh, so played with.
Yeah, and you can go in any order. See if I can get my 11 in.
It's just Essex or
anywhere.
Oh my.
Yeah, we're keeping it.
Well, it's got to be Graham Gooch. That's just a standard.
Open?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, we got Graham Gooch in. Why?
Oh, it's just a legend, isn't he? It just speaks for itself. As a leader, he probably won't be my captain.
Okay, that was good because that was my next question.
Yeah, he probably won't be my captain, but as a leader on the pitch, he's awesome.
Solid, Essex legend.
He's a legend.
East London legend as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so who
God.
And again, in any order, you've got Gooch opening. You can go back and forth.
Let's go. My keeper's going to be Jamie Foster.
What number would you have roughly with
7?
Foster? Yeah,
keeper 7.
Tell me more. Why Jamie Foster?
He did things I couldn't do.
Okay.
I thought I was good. And quite naturally, my own technique, because I wasn't an orthodox keeper. I wasn't orthodox. But he took it to a different...
When he came into, obviously, Ilford Wanstead, and he came into this sort of Essex setup, when you first saw him?
He's rubbish.
You played against him a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah,
in club cricket.
Not much.
Yeah.
But he came onto the staff as a young keeper, and I thought, who's this kid? Couldn't dive.
Tall, skinny.
Couldn't tumble.
Yep.
Oh, but it's just someone saw something in him. I mean, he was an athlete, he was a good tennis player, so he moved really, really well. But I thought, what's this kid? As a keeper wise, but wow, just I just love watching him. Unorthodox, found his way, did it his way, and I love that bit about him.
Yeah,
do long barriers, standing up, all things like that. What are we doing?
He used his pads with the slower ball. I used to always find he was one of the first that wasn't embarrassed to say the ball's not getting past me. Yeah.
So he did it his own way. So whatever it was in him, but yeah, as a keeper, he's up there. If I would have played with Jack Russell, it would have been Jack Russell.
Okay. And your technique wasn't, am I fair? Because Jack was a little bit mid-offish when he used to stand back.
Yeah, I think we all went through a phase where Alan Knott had us opening up, standing back.
Right.
I didn't quite like it.
Fair.
But I understood why, because that's where you're looking to take most of your tumble catches, so you already gave it opportunity. But I had my eye look bowling down leg side. So
it makes sense.
It wasn't very easy. So I squared up after a while. I mean, went for a phase where everything was so open.
Fair.
But it's okay at the top level of the game because the bowler's got a rough idea where they're bowling it.
Yeah.
But for club cricket to do it, now I've got some keepers now trying to stand open because I saw Carey do it. I see, but Carey's got Bolland bowling at him. He's bowling at the same spot. You ain't got that. You got scatter.
Hazelwood, Cummins, constant.
Yeah, you've got scatter gun, so you've got to be in the best position to go laterally both ways because you don't know where these guys don't know where it's going at your level.
Amazing. Good choice. So you got Foster and Gooch. I actually was keeping, I thought it was going to be tough, but you were strong in your...
No, tough. Foster. Why? Who are you thinking?
And just options, not necessarily...
Yeah, no, he's up there with the best that's played, I think.
Perfect.
And the best that's done it.
Let's crack on. Let's carry on.
So I'm going number 3, Shootlaw.
Tell me more. Best overseas? I know you mentioned he was, I can't remember the exact words you said, but...
He's the best player I've played with.
Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, on the pitch, batting with him, he's the best I've batted with. He helped you out when you batted. Certain batters would just so worried about their own game and not give you a lot of information. He gave you a lot of information, and he made you laugh when times were tough, and he made you concentrate when it was tough as well. So he could ease your mood.
Was he one of the first where it was either the non-strikers and he'd put a mark 2 meters out, which was
to do his guide for when he took his foot to do his turn there.
turn to run his second.
Yeah. He came with so much knowledge because he went to the Australian Academy, one that first academy that came through with him and Ponting and those guys. Yeah. So he came through that. So he came with so much information. I remember playing with him against Worcestershire. There was Lancashire, left arm over.
Yep.
Bowling.
It's got 100 against Lancashire. I thought I'd try it.
Yeah. He bowled all right, and he's bowling left arm over, and he's had me on toast, and he's had me ball up in front of my eyes. I couldn't play it. And sure, I said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I can't get him. I just can't get him." He goes, "Are you right-eyed or left-eyed?" I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Are you right-eyed or left-eyed?"
Wow, that detailed.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I said, "No." And he made me take my helmet off in the middle of the game and point at the scoreboard and just put one hand over my left eye, one over my right. Which eye's on it? Right, she's right-eyed. Now turn your head, face him, left arm over.
Wow.
Get your right eye at the ball. And I remember he ran in, he dropped his shot, I licked him in the bush. And she was like, "I told you."
That.
I said, "Why has no one told me this?" They told you to open up left arm.
But why?
But why?
Yeah.
He goes, "You're right-eyed, so you've got to get that right eye at the ball. But keep your left shoulder in."
Doing it now. Unbelievable.
And he goes, "Oh." So he said, "You're right-eyed, so you..."
Is that, are you therefore not surprised he went into coaching and done well?
I just think he was, as a character, as a leader, hard man.
Yeah.
I can see why he might rub some people the wrong way.
Yep.
But for me and my development and my belief structure and systems, he was all over it.
Brilliant.
So you got my number 3 because
Can I just push as well? Best overseas played with? I'm just going to ask you, who was the best overseas you played against? I know we can't get him on I-11, but because you don't always have.
God, I played against
Wazzy Makram.
Yeah, so bowling wise, Wazzy Makram by far, absolute genius.
Yeah.
He'd get in any World 11. I remember we played against him at was I first I played against him, debuted against him, but I played against him at Old Trafford. And Gucci was a friend. One of the rare times I batted with Gucci. And I've nicked it. And Warren Heggs taught me almost like a diving catch in front of the first slip. And with Gucci, you don't walk.
No.
And I stood there waiting for the umpire, please give me. Please give me.
Do me a favour.
Yeah. I stood there. The umpire's gone, not out.
Oh, no.
And I just shrunk. And he's come down, he's towering above me, just screaming at me. And Gucci going, "Well done, youngster, well done, youngster." And he's gone back to his mark. He came for a short run up.
Yeah.
Picked up his mark and he just tossed it backwards.
Oh, no.
No, you're kidding. And he's just running and just tried to kill me.
No stumps. Didn't aim at
No,
stumps.
it wasn't aiming stumps. He's just trying to kill me. It was a torrid spell of his long run up. Keeper's gone backwards. Everyone's gone back. I think, "Oh, you're joking." And "Well done, youngster. Keep going." And I'm there and I'm thinking, oh my God. Another time I played against him at Chelmsford. And now when he comes around the wicket and hides it.
Yeah.
He comes around the wicket, he hides the ball so you can't see the shiny side. And he's bowling like reverse. So one will come in at you, one will leave you.
Yeah.
And he's bowling at me. One's hitting me with my pads. Next one coming at me, leaving me. But I said, "Mate, you ain't got to hide it." I said, "You can tell me which way you go. I'm not going to hit it." The slips are killing themselves. I said, "Mate, I'm not going to hit it. You know, you ain't got to hide it. Just tell me. I ain't going to..." Oh, what a spell that was. Just to be out there and just coming in at me and leaving off. Boom, boom. "Mate, just tell me what you're doing. I ain't going to hit it."
Amazing.
But he hit me on my arm that game. It still hurts.
Oh,
Squared
naughty.
me up in the back.
Right, we got 3, you got 8 more, and we're against time.
Oh, against time. So,
Sorry.
bowlers played with Mark Ilott.
Yep. Can we put Rambo at 11? Would you trying to think who else you might put in there?
At 11,
Batting.
Pete Such.
Okay, we'll come on to Ilott and then Such. Ilott, why?
Swung it back, wickets for fun. Wasn't the paciest, but guy, when he got it right, he was really, really hard.
That Duke's ball as well.
Yeah, when he got it right, he was unplayable. Especially he bowled at Luton, where I think he got 8th or 9th or something at Luton.
Yeah.
Just as unplayable.
And a character.
Yeah, brilliant to have him around. Brilliant, full of beans, full of energy, and he tried. Yeah, it was a really good try.
NASA. Okay, but let's go Sachi.
Sachi.
Your relationship with him was so important.
Yes.
Because obviously you stood up. Tell us a bit more.
So I think that's one of the reasons why I got broke into the first team, because he bowled it in that era. He bowled it quick for an off spinner.
Yeah.
And when you had like Mark Ilot's footholes, it was tough. It was challenging. Hit the foothole, it would turn big. And the last keeper, Mike Gunn, used to go backwards, take a backward step.
Yeah.
Missed quite a few stumpings. So I developed my own system, how to keep a step and hold technique, where I stepped to my left as he bowled it
And held you.
and held my head.
Amazing.
So if it did turn, I was already there. If it didn't turn, I was there. And I developed that from keeping to him, because I felt if I didn't go and it turned, I'm never getting there. All this hands first keeping, I don't believe in that hands first keeping. I'm not a big fan of that. I think you get your leg across. If you read it early enough,
yeah,
you can go with your feet first, and then your hands can follow. That's just my thing.
And was it telepathic, that relationship? Did you more or less know where he was going, how he was setting the batter up? Or?
He was very robotic.
Okay.
So he bowled quick and turned it. Day 3 and 4, him one end, John Charles the other end. It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
Absolute pleasure to play with. So let's do my
Essex. So you said NASA. You said NASA. Where would you have NASA? 2 or 4?
2.
Yeah. You haven't got your captain yet. I'm holding back. You don't have.
NASA will be my captain.
Would he?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he was a hard nut. And you
Can't be scared of him to have your captain.
He was firm and fair.
Yeah.
But tactically, off the scales.
Brilliant.
Yeah, tactically.
Are you therefore not surprised he's a commentator?
Oh, his commentary. I love his commentary.
Yeah.
His commentary is exactly how he spoke in the change room. Not as aggressive in his commentary, but in the change room, he was at moments where he was probably on you.
He didn't like average. He didn't like mediocre.
No, you couldn't. No, and that's what I love. He drove you. He couldn't. He didn't. You just coast by.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember points in games where, I learned a lot from him as well, where you just go out, Roddy, take over.
Oh wow.
I'm going down to find leg.
Oh wow.
I need a break. I can't. Nothing more I can do. Okay. Take over. You get next 4 overs, next 5 overs.
Amazing.
Go for it.
Great level of trust.
Yeah, and that's what I do. That's what I do when I'm working with youngsters. So obviously you got next 5 overs. Yeah, see what you can do.
So you got 3 batters. You got your overseas captain. You got your wicket keeper Foster. You got 1 seamer and a spinner. So you have got 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9.
So other seamers from Essex that I play with, Ashley Cowan, hands down.
Yep. You could bat a bit. So 8 or 9 after Foster, or
8.
maybe. Yeah.
No, 9.
Yeah, let's go
9. So what I've got 2 seamers.
Yep.
A spinner.
2 seamers, a spinner.
Let's push everyone up.
Okay.
Push everyone up 1. Push everyone up 1.
Go on.
Got to get John Charles in there.
Got to get John Charles.
Got to get John Charles in there. I think he was my favourite bowler to keep to. He would set batsmen up.
Such. Over 1,000 wickets.
Oh, I caught his 1,000.
Did you?
Yeah.
Talk us through it. Do you remember the batter by any chance?
It was Dominic Cork.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and I remember, it was his 1,000th wicket. So I got a good connection with John Charles, because when I got my first class 100, he was batting the other end.
Okay.
I remember against Glamorgan, and he said, "I haven't get 100 because I'm not going to be around long. Hurry up. 'Cause I'm not going to be around for very long." Yeah, so when I got my first class 100, he was at the other end, and when he got his 1,000th wicket, I took the catch.
Reciprocated the... how good's that?
Catch, yeah, but as a bowler, as I keep to, I just loved the way he set the bowler up. I mean, he didn't bowl that quick, old school.
Yeah.
Got a lot of turn, a lot of drift, and then he had an amazing arm ball. Well, I could just see it coming, and I see the batsman's shoulder arms as his arms coming. His back
LBW bowled.
Yeah, I start smiling. As it just comes out naturally. That's arm ball. You ain't picked it, mate. But yeah, amazing. So we've got
4, 5, and 6.
4, 5,
So you've got 2
6.
seamers, 2 spinners with Foster behind the stump, so that's good. Keeps him honest. 4, 5, and 6. You got a bit of Pritchard.
Yeah. Actually, Pritchard didn't open with Gucci.
Yeah.
NASA drops down to 4.
Tough luck, Nas.
Yeah, it's fine. NASA can bat 4.
Yeah.
And I've got a lot to thank. He gave me my first opportunities.
Sorry, who's that?
Paul Pritchard.
Yeah.
Gave me my opportunities in the first team. Backed me, supported me. So I was leaving.
Yeah. Okay.
I was leaving.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
And he kept you.
Yeah, I was leaving because I played under 19s cricket, and once that's over, you're back into the real thing, and I'm back in the second team.
Third choice, second choice.
Yeah, literally had like 2 seasons in the second team. And so he came sniffing.
They always come sniffing. I'm saying that on the podcast.
Alex Stewart was England team, so they came sniffing. And Mike Gardner was the keeper for me. He was good county cricketer.
Yeah.
And so I remember I said, well, no,
Where's my part?
no hard feelings. So time to move on. That's the way it goes. And then Mike Gardner taking me around the boundary for a walk. And he said, hey, you leaving? I said, yeah, you've got the glove, man. Doing a great job. You've got years ahead of you. Time for me to go and play. He goes, no, I'm retiring.
Oh, wow.
The gloves are yours. I went, no, Bones. I said, no, you still can, not the gloves are yours. So I'm probably someone who had a word in his ear.
Yep.
He's a new kid on the block.
And he's probably seen that talented young kid.
Yeah, yeah. But for him to do that, to take me around the boundary.
Class.
And say that the gloves are yours. I was like quite emotional.
Special.
I'm an emotional, quite a kind of guy. So well, okay, I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
But I was just no hard feelings. It was just time to move on. I needed to play. I couldn't have another season in the second team.
Fair. 5 and 6.
5 and 6.
Gooch, Pritchard, Law, Hussein. I mean, that's a lot of batting already. But let's be greedy.
Any more overseas or just
Nah. One overseas. We're going for the championship rules of the time.
See, I didn't play with Ravi, so I didn't play him at county level because he would have been. I think he's an absolute legend. So
A bit of Irani, a bit of you'd play.
yeah. My number 6 Irani,
Yeah, gives you that bowling third seamer as well.
Yeah, my number 6 Irani. Sorry, Reg, forgot about you there, mate. I forgot about you. Now, last batting spot.
Yeah,
number 5. What are my options?
Yeah, you got me there. I've got Robbo open.
Yeah.
Grayson, maybe another spinner.
Nah.
I think who else you would have actually. I've gone a bit blank.
Let's go back to my. So there was Nadeem Shahid, there was John Lewis, Dan Robinson. I could put him and Shapton one down one because he was I think he could have played Test cricket.
Yeah.
He had the technique to play Test cricket. He didn't have the technique to play little dobbers.
No.
But to play
proper
quick bowling,
fast bowling.
Yeah. When played quick bowling off the back foot, he could have played Test cricket. That's used to say that about him as well. He had a technique for Test cricket.
Okay.
And
in today's time, where they fast track players,
he would have been. Yeah.
You would have had to done the county circuit if you like.
Yeah. That's he was unlucky. So they picked Cheskovic and Vaughan on that fast track. And my generation, just a couple of years below, we didn't get that fast track.
Yeah.
We didn't have Bumble and things like that. We had Graham Saville doing that England side. But when Bumble took over the under 19s, he started fast tracking these boys through.
So to help me out here, Gooch, Pritchard, Law, Hussein, who you moving down to get to Robinson?
I'd move everyone down one from Pritchard.
So Robbo comes in at 3?
Yeah. No, put Robbo in at 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Robbo can get 5. He's a fantastic cricketer, Robbo. If I missed that, I must have missed that someone I played with.
You know what? You're going to be on the car home, and I know you're going to call me. You're going to call me.
Because, I mean, you talk about Irani, but I would probably go with Derek Pringle.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We're happy to change?
Yeah. I forget who I played with. I've been around for such a long time.
What a team.
Derek Pringle was brilliant.
I think I've got it right. Pringl.
Pringle, yeah. Pringle, yeah.
Perfect.
And I've left out Neil Foster as well.
Physio. Neil Foster. What a cricketer.
I didn't play a lot with him, but God, he was so good.
Was he?
Yeah, he swung it late. But actually, Calvin was a different skill.
Yeah.
If he had better knees than me, he would have played longer.
Yeah.
But he was a...
Rob, it has been nothing short of a pleasure. I'm going to put you this in front of the screen because that is Essex's Rob Rollins 11.
Myself in there.
I know. You could be the coach on the side. Mentor.
Forty was unbelievable.
Fabulous.
So if I've missed out anyone, I apologise. But that was a good side.
It's not a bad side. Robert, also genuinely an honest, humbling pleasure. Thank you for your time. Really inspiring. So many amazing sort of stories. I guess
about the mic now. Look.
Yeah. I guess I'll just finish off by saying just what you're doing now is truly powerful and inspiring, and keep it going.
I enjoy my life. I've got a good life.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So good to have you, mate.
Lovely. Brilliant.
Cheers.
Lovely.